My name is Nasima. Now I live in Spain for close to 12 years, and 10 out of those 12 I work on board of WebHelp Group. I came originally to do my master degree, so I came up to the university in Moscow, where I'm originally from. And you know how it works with Barcelona. I'm not going to be original here because it's more or less I came for 1 year and then I never left. This is the story of I think if you just talk to the guys from our team, most of them will say more or less the same. That the original plan was maybe to go and spend some time in Spain, in Barcelona, nice city, close to the beach. But then once you get here, you get in love with the city, with the people, with the lifestyle, with your environment, and you just stay. So this is what happened to me, and I'm here now for 12 years. After I finished my studies, I wanted to try stay here and experience the working abroad, and usually this is the offer within this market is quite extensive, so probably that was more. When you get into this, most of the time you get into it without thinking that I really want to work in the call center environment, right? Because call center environment in general does not have the reputation of I want to go work there, right? But once you get into it, and probably you get into it maybe even with these thoughts of, okay, it's not really to build your career, it's maybe for a year or so, and then I see what I do, and then you get into it and you see that the world inside is completely different, right? It's not what you imagined it to be, and it gives you a lot of opportunities and gives you both professionally and personally, I would say, right? So in these 10 years, for me, in all senses, in the sense of people I met, in the sense of how my career has developed, I can say that what I thought about the call center environment 10 years ago and today is completely different. Well, personally, and again, this is the type of business when it's all about people at the end of the day, right? So we work with people day in, day out, and I've learned a lot around this vibrant multicultural environment, because every day you meet people from literally all over the world. Everybody is different, but at the same time, in years, you understand that we are all driven by certain things which bring us closely together, and that probably is one of the elements. You learn how to build the relationship and strong professional and even out of the office relationship with people from different countries, different cultures, different backgrounds. Yeah, you learn. I learned a lot on a personal level also how talented and how multifaceted people are, right? So as I say, nobody comes, or not many people come with the idea I want to build my career in the call center environment. So you get here people with all kinds of backgrounds, and then they open up and you see multiple elements which you didn't expect. Yeah. Professionally, maybe the key thing I would highlight at this stage, after 10 years working in the company in different positions, and it's actually something I all the time want to say when you just hear somewhere outside, yeah, the call center, and it's said with a little bit of like a call center. Yeah. It's absolutely, it's not, it's the type of industry and the type of business which is much more complex and much more there is much more to it, right? So it's not, and I see it by the type of service we deliver to our key clients, the call center, contact center environment, yeah, telesales environment. It's completely different from just the basic call center activity today, yeah. And this is more I work on board of WebHelp, more I see it, because the type of services we've been delivering to the clients I manage in these 10 years, it has evolved so much that maybe 10 years ago you would never think that this is possible on the contact center based platform at all. Yeah, so things are changing, market is changing, our services are changing. I think already the present is proving it a lot, and as I say, on board of our team, and I'm responsible for mostly sales team, right? So for the client I manage, approximately 90% of the service we deliver is this or the other way related to sales, and it can be from the lead generation towards partner management, global account management. And when we were just starting this, let's say 10 years ago, some of those roles you would never think that you can manage it from here. And today we deliver, we hit the quota, we overachieve, we bring the healthy margins. So, and you can clearly see by the amount of those roles which you're onboarding that, yeah, that it's a different story. And today, when I'm talking about our work in the company, which is regionally contact center, call center based environment, I actually say it with a lot of pride. And I think that people who don't, it's really an underestimation of what this engine can bring today to the market. Well, in general, I'm very. I like to think that it's nothing to do with whether you're a man or a woman, right? However, maybe more so than in any other environment. Okay, and now probably I'm being too protective to our industry. It's important to have the. In Spanish we say la mano izquierda. It means that you need to have not just the kind of hard management style or the fact-based. Yeah, you also need to have a certain intuition and building the relationship with people. Yeah, that probably is maybe that is something what women can do sometimes a bit better. But again, I have amazing colleagues, both male and female, within the management teams, and I think we all do quite a good job independently on the sex. Of course, I'm very proud to be part of this development training, because it's extremely important that the company is investing into the development of the leadership. Yeah, the industry changes. We work with very dynamic environment, with young people, with the brands who are developing really quickly. So it's very important that we as leaders, as managers of the company, we also have the opportunity to continue growing. So whenever the company is investing into your development, both on a professional level and just making sure that you have the opportunity to grow personally, of course it's very much appreciated, and that helps us doing a great job. This is a very important element you're touching here, because of course whenever we're talking about the environment where sales, account management skills or background is officially required, this is the first thing which we're touching within the CVs, right, when we're screening candidates. However, what the reality proves today is that the most important is always to look into the capability of the person to develop. And for that reason, if I had to make the selection myself, I would always look into the personality, into the communication skills, into the possibility to absorb the information quickly, and more importantly, the hunger. Right? So when you really want to do this, when you want to learn, when you want to enter the new sector, new environment, probably you never had to do anything with IT, but you are interested and you are ambitious and you really want to prove yourself, and you just want you want to show what you can, right? And then the previous sales experience or your degree in the university not necessarily is playing the key role. It helps always, yeah, but we have some of the top talented guys on board of this team who are the key account managers handling global accounts and responsible for the millions of revenue for our clients, who never really studied the account management. Yeah, they studied it here with the support of our team, with the support of the management, support of our training department. The key of making sure that this is a successful venture for everybody is to make sure that we all work as a team, yeah, and it includes the client or the partner and your team members, right? So if there is the relationship of purely supplier versus the client, or the employer versus employee, I don't believe it will ever work. So for me, the success story is being born when you work with the client as one team and you're together going in the same direction towards the common goal, and when your team is seeing this as a teamwork, when it's an open door policy, when there is really the open communication across the team, that's when it's successful. Well, I hope, Manuel, you can see it, yeah? Yes, I'm very happy. And then again, if you would ask me 10 years ago, yeah, I would never imagine that I would stick in this environment for so many years, but it's really surprising how much there is to offer and to grab and to learn and to develop, and from the career perspective also the amazing career opportunities you can get only if you want to, and if you don't look into this as a call center environment, yeah, but you see what is really behind there and how much there is to learn.
I think it's like a drug.
It's like a drug. Yeah, you're right here, probably. That's.
Yeah, I think so. Many people are met the interview. It's like a drug when you get into it.
I totally tend to agree. You can never get bored. I mean, this is something where every day you come to the office and something is happening what you would never expect to happen, and the people you meet and how your customers are developing and how your team is developing and how you grow. I mean, it's amazing. And then at the end of the day, if you talk about drugs, once you work in this vibrant multicultural environment, you cannot imagine yourself going back to something less